with your goals, I'm bringing my gang. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go, set. Ultra. Go ultra.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Now Johnson throwing to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Now a give right side. It's Porter, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Looking to throw on second down. Johnson. That is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield. But they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Johnson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, they'll throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Well, the Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
Up the middle they go. Porter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Johnson. He finds his man complete. That's Gross. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Niners hit 12-1 now to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have...
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Johnson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Back to throw. Johnson. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Johnson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Porter. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down now. It's Porter, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Johnson on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Kramer. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Johnson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Right, 97. Rick.
Williams, the man in motion left. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll drop to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Ready.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready.
Back to throw here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Let's go now.
Here's Johnson. A final shot before break. He finds his man complete. That's Porter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
Force the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Johnson now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Kramer.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Back back to throw now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's complete in the end. Down 49ers.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking down.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Now Johnson throwing on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Gross.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage.
Touchdown! A great play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year.
And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing to start the drive. Johnson. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Johnson on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, Johnson. And caught. This is Bennett, the tight end.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They'll run on 1st down. Porter. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Porter. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the 49ers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
He'll drop to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Take it at the 37. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, Porter. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 39 yards.
And the 49ers get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They're going to look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the line.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. 31 yards.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. A big play there.
with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Over the middle, complete. That's Bennett.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Niners, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.